O with the info. The Ozone Podcast. Mr. Up, Mr. Up, Mr. Up. The Ozone Podcast.
If he wanted to, he would. Hear me out. I went on a date with a guy last week, and it was a good date. We had a fun time together. He's a big-time lawyer. He owns 3 to 4 cars. He's doing really well in life. You guys know I'm a model. I'm new to the city. Transplant. Don't even have a car yet. Still building up my life out here. Regardless, I expect my date to either pick me up or Uber.
What to do? It's your man, Mr. O with the info. Give you what you need to know. Let you know you can hear from me though. We are about to go ahead and get into the old files from a woman basically complaining about a date or lack thereof. Today's modern woman, even the models, just don't get it. The days of basically you having your way like Burger King. You set the tone of the motion for everything. Especially with the bed that you supposedly want or holler should be on your level. Now, I have a video from World Star again with a young lady saying that she was about to go on a date with a lawyer, high powerful lawyer, got his shit together, right? But he did not do high value shit for her when they tried to go out. Especially she was complaining about how to get to said date. Either he should have picked her up or Uber her. Now I agree. I kind of somewhat agree, but if this is what you desire, especially in a man, now we don't know if he was a black man or whatever kind of man, but why are you scared to go out there for what you want? A lot of things in the world do come to you, but again, another phrase is faith without works is dead. So I'm just gonna finish up this Oreo Za real quick. We about to step into the ozone. Be right back.
If he wanted to, he would. Hear me out. I went on a date with a guy last week, and it was a good date. We had a fun time together. He's a big-time lawyer. He owns 3 to 4 cars. He's doing really well in life. You guys know I'm a model. I'm new to the city. Transplant. Don't even have a car yet. Still building up my life out here. Regardless, I expect my date to either pick me up or Uber me to the date. That is just my standard. The first date, he was a perfect gentleman. He picked me up and everything. He calls me today for a second date. He wants to go golfing. I said, great. What time are you picking me up? He's like, well, it's out of the way to pick you up. I just recommend you Uber to me and then we can go on our date. And then I wasn't sure if he meant me Uber myself or him Uber me. So I hung up and I texted him. I was like, hey, I'm excited for Saturday, but just to clarify. He calls me up and he's like, can you clarify your text message? And I said, I was wondering what you meant by the Uber. Were you going to call me an Uber or did you want me to call an Uber for myself? And he said, I recommend you call an Uber for yourself. And I said, oh, well, since this is a date, I prefer you to Uber me or you can pick me up. And he's like, oh, well, I think you could just do it yourself. And my thing is, yes, I can do it myself, but you're asking me on a date. I expect to be taken care of. Pick me up or call me an Uber. The notion that it's too far or too out of the way for the date, it's an inconvenience for me because now I have to pay for part of this date. I have a problem with that. And when I think about it, you guys, like, some women, my sister, for example, she won't even pay for an ice cream at the end of the date. And she's been dating her guy for a couple years now, but even the first few months of their dating, she refused to pay for anything. She didn't pay for anything. He was like, can't you just pay for an ice cream after dinner? And she's like, no. And guess what? She moves in with this man. They've been together for 3 years, about to get married. He picked that girl. He didn't pick the girl that was like trying to be nice and pay for her own Uber and pay for her own meal. No, he picked the girl that refused to pay for shit, refused to pay for anything for his ass, and he is in love. He's about to put a ring on it. He pays all the bills. They live together. He pays for everything. And yet, when they first started dating, he tried to play her. He was like, oh, can you just pay for this? No, I'm not paying for anything. Take it or leave it. He took it. So if he wanted to, ladies, he would. Okay, keep your standards high. That's all I gotta say.
I know we got a whole swirling movement, divestment movement. They say there's a difference. Don't see one, but it is what it is. And it seems towards the end of the video, we got to the bare root of the situation. A theory of mine is that a lot of women are only doing these things because they have seen their friends, or, like in her case, a loved one, a sister, basically got the best and the goods out of the guy. We might have to label a simp. She basically, in the video, wants to top all these other women out here by basically either A, getting with a high value man and following him around like a pet, you know, like toy dolls and put in their purses now and everything. B, waste his time and basically brag and boast that she has a high value man in her DM that's wrapped around the finger like the rest of her sisterhood. Yeah, I know. Might sound crazy, right? No, with the womanist agenda, feminist agenda, women have took on the masculine traits of competition. Competition breeds braggadocious behavior. With braggadocious behavior, they have to show receipts. They have to. So they have to one up each other. And now I think that millennial and Gen Z women are mad that majority of men checking out the whole dating scene and they don't get the chance to do tap dance on a black man or any kind of man like their predecessors had, you know, the boomers, the Gen Xers, and early millennials, what have you. They're like, it's supposed to be our turn. Why we can't get no fun like that? Why we gotta compete? Sad, really. And I don't want to make this a ratings channel like my boy Black Ram 313, but I blame IG. You know, back in the day, you really had to go to a real modeling company to get discovered as a talent, and you had to be rare, like very rare, to be considered a model. Now, I'm not calling myself no Paramount picture. I ain't no Michelangelo statue or anything myself. I don't hurt the eyes either. Same time though, Man, if we have women that look similar to her, basically being demanding out here, we are in trouble. We are in real trouble. And when unchecked behavior such as this proceeds to go on, when we have not only 10s, 9s, 8s, demanding, asking to be catered and taken care of. We have average women that don't want to be recognized as just average at best. Now we have the below average and downright, are you effing fucking kidding me? Basically having the audacity to turn down, be disrespectful, and entitled to basically blow off high value men, especially lawyers. Let's further examine this in the ozone. So, like I was saying before, it appears that we have a culture of women, or maybe it's just female nature, to basically to one up each other in competition, since they adopted a lot of masculine principles, energies, and mindsets. So, in her mind, it appears that she wants to use the lawyer as not only a stepping stone, but also an accessory. Previous generations of women used to love to brag and boast, like I said before, especially in the era of getting the bag and run. I think a lot of men been taking hints from the manosphere. They even taking cues from present modern day social culture. So I hate to say it to majority of women that's average, just above average, or even below average. The days of basically gaslighting, guilt tripping men into dealing with your bad behavior is really over with in Western culture. If it's not wholeheartedly over with, it's really coming to an end, because we cannot afford we really cannot afford your bad behavior. We can't afford your attitude, because it does not cost money. It costs us our health and our mental. So again, it's your man, Mr. O, with the info, giving what you need to know, but you ain't here for me though. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're enjoying the content, please sock it to my pocket at $MISTERO70, and that's all cap, but no cap on Cash App. And I'll holler at you later. Peace. I'm gone.
Mr. O with the info. The Ozone Podcast. Mr. Up